Hi YouTube, Ghost of August here, and today I am back with a video. It's been a while, I know. This is sort of therapeutic for me, so I do apologise if it's not the sort of video you want to watch. But hey, this is an open letter to my bullies and to my old high school. This is going to be some sort of therapy because this has been on my mind. So, let's start. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I bet you anything you've forgotten me. But I remember it all, like it was yesterday. What do I remember, you may ask? Everything. But let's break it down, shall we? And let's go back to the beginning. I was a new face in school. Shy, nervous, a prime bullying target. My uniform wasn't perfect. It wasn't from the expensive shops you like to insist people buy from. I'm being vague because I don't want to name the school or the people involved. Not because you don't deserve it, but because I want to protect my peace and my own anonymity. Pretty much from day one I was picked on, because I wasn't perfect. I wasn't thin, I wore glasses, I had wavy hair and it wasn't straight. My grades weren't perfect, I wasn't into pop music or pop culture. I liked art and rock and metal and books, and on my breaks I used to sit and read in silence in the library. Maybe that'll give you a hint as to who I was. Probably not. I could live with a mild teasing, especially when your teachers witnessed everything and turned a blind eye to it all. But there are some things I couldn't live with. You know what I couldn't live with? The rest of the things you turned a blind eye to. As a school, as a collective. The black eye a student gave me. The things they tried to steal from me. Hair they threatened to cut. Books they ruined because they were angry that I was reading something they didn't like. Life they told me to end when they threw a skipping rope at me and told me to join my dad. I'm getting ahead of myself though, aren't I? My dad died when I was 11, and most people would expect care and understanding from their school. You gave me none. I took a week off of school because I couldn't handle my bullies being pleasant for a week. I came back from school holidays and their condolences were somehow worse than anything they'd done up until that point. Probably because it was all a lie and a very cruel and obvious one. There were some staff who helped, some who I know reported it, but there were some that didn't care. They turned a blind eye or worse. I remember 2 staff members pulling me into a room. I remember her looking me in the eye and saying, "There are things that people don't need to know about you. Your dad dying is one of them." At the time I was a coward. I nodded. I pretended it was fine. I was used to that, because so few of you helped. So few of you showed an ounce of care. And just to add, when I did take the time off of school, you showed no care, no understanding. You threatened to take my mother to court, my mother who was depressed, who had just lost the love of her life. You threatened to take her to court. You threatened to take her to court and have her fined for me not being in school. That's unforgivable right there. You threatened that. And then when my mother said, well, she's just lost her dad, you feigned no knowledge of it. Which is funny, because I did tell you. I know I did. But regardless, my friends went to one of you. You know who I mean if you ever do see this. I doubt it, but if you do, you know who you are. And you dismissed her and told her to keep out of it. To my bullies, I address you now. This may sound strange to you, but I hope you've had a good life. I genuinely do. I hope your children are happy and healthy, that they don't know the kind of things you put people through. I hope that you've changed, and I also hope that you'll never have to feel what you've done through your child's eyes. Let's address your comments, shall we? I am not pathetic. I have survived more than a lot of people have, and I'm still here fighting. I survived you, and I'm still here fighting. I didn't give up like you told me to. I am not a zombie. I walk differently because I have scoliosis and I'm in pain. You just didn't need to know that. None of you did. I will not give up my life because you commanded it. You don't have that power over me. And the one time I thought back I was threatened with detention, I still remember the shock in your eyes when you realised you'd pushed me too far, and I will explain this for anyone who is concerned. So, this girl, I will not be naming, was pissy because teacher had taken her phone, and I wouldn't lend her any flour. I didn't have enough left for my stuff and hers. This was cooking class. And then she said, looked me in the eye and said, I bet your dad's glad he's dead, so he doesn't have to put up with a child like you. And then pushed me. So I slapped her. I slapped her harder than I've ever slapped anyone in my life, I'm not going to lie. I'd had enough. This was years of bullying and torment, all boiled up. And guess what? I exploded and you hated it. You never spoke to me like that again. You didn't. Your friends did, though. But you were scared of me after that. Yeah, that was you. I'm not going to name and shame you. It's not worth it. You're not worth it. But no, I will not forgive you or any of your little clique, gang, whatever you want to call them. If you do somehow watch this and you want to apologise, don't. Just don't. I don't want to hear it. If it's so you can make amends, you've had years to do that. And now it'd just be to make yourselves feel better and not me. The best thing you can do for me, for you, is to stay out my life. To the school, I address you again. Do better. Don't throw your students to the wolves for an easier life. Don't gaslight them into believing it's their fault, nor tell them that their bullies have had it rough as well. I don't care. You should have helped. You should have dealt with it, and you didn't. I will not say, name and shame the students or the school. I don't want that, but I do want change. You know who you were. If this resonates with you, you know who you are. I don't care if you got the correct school or got the correct student. In fact, I'd be ashamed if there's more than one that you've let down, but I assume there will be. You let me down. You let me suffer. There are no words. I will not forgive you for that. For turning a blind eye. I will not forgive you for walking away. I will not forgive you for not helping students like you claim that you do. I will not forgive you for sitting there and telling me I deserve it because I should have kept my mouth shut about my dad dying. I will not forgive you for ignoring my pleas and wondering why a student didn't want to go into school after her father had just died, and then trying to lie and say I never did tell you. I know I did. It was around the school, and what, half a day, if that? Nah. I will move on with my life. I have moved on with my life. I will never, ever forget what happened. And yes, it still affects me to this day. There's no denying it. But guess what? You lose. Because I'm still here. You lose. You tried to break me, and you couldn't. You tried to ruin me and shame me, and you couldn't. I have barely mentioned anything of what you've done, and you know it too. Again, because I want to protect my peace and anonymity. Not because you don't deserve it. This video's not edited. I'm not going to edit it out. I can't bear to listen to it. But to you, my bullies, I hope you've changed. And to the school, stop failing your students. And to the teachers, you know who you were. Do better. You are supposed to be in a profession that cares, and yes, I know, it's a hard profession. I get that. I do. But did you even try to stop it? Most of you didn't. Most of you did not care. That's how they did it so often. That's why they did it so much, because they knew they could get away with it. Do better for your students. I don't care where you've ended up. I don't care if you're still there. I don't care if you're long gone, if you've retired, whatever. I don't care. This has been therapeutic, I'll grant you. I will never, ever forgive what happened. I don't want to forgive what happened. I shouldn't forgive what happened. But for my own peace, I will move on. But know this. I will keep this up, and I hope to God this one day never resonates with another student again. Either from your school or any school. I hope to God it doesn't. We need to end bullying, because this is the effect it has on people. This is the side of it that people don't talk about, the aftermath. I still find it hard to make friends. I still find it hard to trust people. I still find it hard to communicate. You made my stutter worse. I didn't concentrate in school because I was trying to watch my back. But you didn't. You didn't ruin me. You reshaped me. And not in a good way. You were not there for your students. You did not care. I doubt you'll care now, but hope springs eternal. And one day, these sort of videos will be a memory, because there will be a school out there that actually cares about their students. I hope so anyway. Just, it's not here. It wasn't there. To the teachers who actually helped and had my back, I say what I couldn't say then. Thank you. Genuinely. Thank you. I appreciate you. To any bully who finds this and comments on it, as in any of mine if you recognise me, do me a favour. You owe me this much. Keep my peace. I don't want my name out there, so don't you dare put it out there. You owe me that, because I've done the same for you. But no, I won't forgive you. I won't trust that you're a better person. I will never find out. And to my school, this last message I give you. Listen to your students. The people that you're supposed to be shaping the futures of, listen to them and help them where you can. Don't gaslight them or villainize them. Help them. And maybe you'll see why people are so desperate to stay off of school. Maybe there's a reason you're just not seeing or don't care enough to see. But you're in a profession where it's shaping young lives. Let's try and shape them into something good. Yeah? Thank you very much for watching. Good night.